the earth, let me save the earth. Oh, Mother Earth, from you come all material things. To you all things material go return. You is the heartbeat of man's survival, Mother Earth. Provider of food when I hunger, fountain of water when I thirst. Oh, Mother Earth, in your womb, centuries of seeds does be planted. Blessed be the fruit of thy womb, Mother Earth. So much harvest you deliver, yet we take you for granted, Mother. Your beauty with the face, destroying the trees in the forest, distressing the ozone layer, polluting the waters with acid rain and toxic waste. I only want to know you. I only want to know you, Mother. To know you is to love you, Mother Earth. Oh, Mother Earth. Is it too late? 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 Is it too late to save the earth? Can we save the earth? Vibes be born with you, Mother Earth. Let the vibes be born with you, Mother Earth. Make the woman tender, fertile lover, Mother Earth. Oh, Mother Earth, take me in your arms and rock me. Take me in your arms and rock me, oh, Mother Earth. Oh, Mother Earth, make the woman tender. I love her, oh, Mother Earth, oh, Mother Earth, oh, Mother Earth.
All right.
Welcome,
Greetings.
Black. Welcome, Black.
Greetings, world. Greetings.
Welcome, Black, all you.
Welcome, Black. So we're live on our.fm or FM. You know, that's a kind of inside joke, but we just busted still.
Big up Taika.
Yeah, big up Taika and the Jamets.
And the Jamets.
Yeah.
Gerald, what is he saying?
Yeah, Gerald, you too. All the while.
Shannon. Well, I met Shannon in person for the first time
Yeah, Madam Director.
last week.
Madam Director.
Right. So we done have some people inside Sheldon Mendoza, Keith Watkins.
Mm-hmm.
And if all they seen that we have a guest today.
Yeah. Welcome to Miss Shan. Some people go want to call the girl Sian and all kind of thing. Her name is Shan. Right. Welcome to the show. Her husband is also here with her, Mr. Keith Young.
Yeah.
Right.
Ananias in the studio today.
Ananias with we present today too.
So if you're finding out we lighting and thing we looking
perfect, yeah. If you find me looking sexy today, that is what.
So it's he who have me looking good too.
Yeah. That nothing to do with you.
Nice. Much appreciated.
That nothing to do with we at all.
Right? See Aquino in the house too, blessed day Aquino.
Yeah, man. Storyteller.
We gotta dive in one time, you know.
Yeah,
Right, because in the bio,
Okay, we already read it now.
our
We already
guest
read that,
today,
man.
I want her to introduce herself first, then I will read all the bio.
All right.
In the bio, I was like, that's why I tell people, like, I have a thing I tell them. What does it mean to be a Trini? And today I will tell you that a little further. But introduce yourself, tell them what you just do.
Yeah.
Welcome to Black to Black.
Thank you very much, my brother. So I, as Karen said, my name is pronounced Shan. It's spelled S-I-A-N, but my whole life, thank you, mommy and daddy. It getting mispronounced, but that's all right. So I'm Shan Cuffy Young. I am the founder and CEO of a social enterprise based in Trinidad Tobago called SIEL Environmental. And we are a waste management, education, and training organization. So if I were to put what we do in one sentence, I would say that we transform the way you think and act towards waste. And waste, not waist. Right? So
Literally it's like waste.
you know we like to pelt waste, right? But we talking about the other kind today,
Right.
not that one. We're talking about the other kind today.
All right. Go through. So SIEL. I feel like it have some
Have a story behind that.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Okay, wait now.
it's a simple story, you know. It's the first 2 letters of my name and the last 2 of my husband's middle name, which is Noel. So, yeah, it's...
Love in the house.
Alright.
Yeah. It's real simple. Nothing too dramatic or anything.
Right.
So Steve was no okay.
We tried that. We had so many. We had Sian Key. We had all
Oh,
kind of
God.
iterations of this thing. But
Right.
we settle on SIEL. It's
Right.
also a play on the French word ciel, meaning sky. Yeah.
But
That's
how
what
you
we
get into
talking
this though, like waste management? Because automatically, based on the field of work that I used to do years ago, waste management, when you think of that, is only a certain group of people come to mind.
Yeah, and it's not me.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. No,
So-
don't afraid to say it. So for me to give you all my journey in waste, I have to take you a little way back to my childhood.
Where we listening?
Because when I was 10 years old and swimming with my father in Shagaramas, what we now call Indian Bay by the boardwalk there. Right. A
So you wasn't
loaded.
called that all the time?
That is what we used to
That
call
why I
it,
know it
you know?
as?
Yeah, I know
Right?
Indian Bay.
Right. So I
Yeah,
know
it's
somebody
Scotland
else
Bay
tell
is
me
the
has
next
some
thing.
next name.
No, that next side, that next place.
My father-in-law
Yeah.
tell me it has some other name for it. I can't
Okay,
remember
now
it.
I
I
only-
can't remember it right now.
Just the boardwalk.
It's just
we
the
get the
boardwalk.
boardwalk now.
That the uptown
The
name.
boardwalk.
But
the-
we know it as
the beach
Indian
by
Bay
the
because
boardwalk.
when you pass into go down further into Shagaramas,
Right.
it was East Indian families park up there, and to me that a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
Park up
that.
and the cooking and eating and
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah, because I see them right now. So while swimming with daddy, I was 10 years old, I ain't watching where I'm going because I used to close my eyes when I swimming.
Oh.
The scientists in me used to estimate how much strokes
right.
to get to my father. So if daddy
Right.
stand up, you know, I watch him, I say, all right, how much strokes I need? 5, good. I dive in one time, brave, eyes closed. So one time we went, it was every July, August vacation when school closed, that's where we going.
I feel that sounds like something I experienced, you know. Go ahead.
And then one time when I said, come Sean, come swim, and I dive in, and after I hit my 3 strokes, some hit me in my face. And when I opened my eyes, it was a loaded pamper.
Oh, no, well, I was worse. It was
Yeah,
worse with me because it was actual shit. Sharkville.
Yeah.
Behind KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother. Boop, whoops. Yeah, whoops, right on my forehead. I say, what
You know
is
when
this?
people used to offload?
Boy, I come out of that water immediately, boy.
Normal.
We want to again.
That salt can't help me there.
No.
Shit on your head.
No. And
Nah,
it
boy.
was, and for me at least, it was encased in something.
Oh,
right? But it
well,
was
you get away.
loaded nonetheless.
You get away.
Right? And I
What are the
tell
players?
people that, you know, I never bathe there. And I tell people, don't bathe there. Because historically, there's one of the nasty, you only hear the word I use, and I ain't say dirty, I say nasty. One of the nastiest beaches in the West. Right? When we do beach cleanups, which we still do every year in September,
Right.
Sharkville always stopping the numbers. You understand? So for me, it is, so that experience, 2 things. One, I told daddy never to take us back there again, which my 10-year-old self was very happy because he never did. And 2, I realized that I always wanted to be a part of the problem, a part of the solution, really.
Yeah.
Because my father, who is in Cub Scouting, my father has been a Cub Scout leader longer than I've been on the planet.
Right.
He taught me the conservation law, which is you always leave a place cleaner than you've met it.
Yeah.
Right? And so that became a part of my own personal credo. I always tell people, waste is not what I do, it's who I am. So even though I jump left, jump right, trying to run away, try to, you know, ask God, I say, well, why waste? But you can have yourself close something. Oh, God. You understand? I realize that this is
Your
the
passion.
path for me. Yeah. And I would have it no other way. My background in training. I mean, I have a master's in environmental engineering. So I'm not a square peg in a round hole. But I
like
just
some of the politicians.
But right. But I chose this because I felt like all of my experience have been shaped around it.
All right.
You know, so that's how I ended up choosing waste management as my chosen field.
And what does your company do exactly?
Right. So we have what I call our 3 buckets. So we have a waste education and literacy program for the smallies, the children and the youth. I'm also a published children's book author. So I wrote a book called Kai's Magical Adventures, Where the Garbage Goes. And in that story, Kai goes on a journey to discover what
Book to
really...
show them today?
Oh, God, Lord, I should always walk with that in my purse, but I forget it today. But in that story, she really asks the question, what happens to things after I throw it away? Because there's a popular saying by Annie Leonard is that there's no such thing as a way. When you throw something away, it must end up somewhere.
Right.
Becomes somebody else's responsibility. And so in that story, she's discovering, the fruits and the vegetables that could make compost. The plastic bottles and the cans, I could collect that to be recycled. And then everything else, if it don't fit into them categories, should end up in the landfill. So for me, it was, I still do from time to time, a lot of school presentations. Well, I don't call it lectures because you can't lecture to children, right? So school presentation, where I talk to them about waste, what happens, and recognizing that they know the right things,
Right.
It's the adults in their lives who tell them differently. So they will tell me about Miss, my mommy and daddy that's just tell me throw it on the side of the road. And I know it's not that,
Negative.
I know it's not that, yeah, but I had to listen to mommy and daddy because they don't want to be disrespectful. Yeah, but they understand what they need to do. So that's one space. The other space is that we teach people about different things in waste management and businesses as well. So we have like a home composting class.
Right.
I teach a short course on waste management with the University of the West Indies, and really broadening the scope in terms of the different things that people want to learn about waste. And then finally, tackle the business community by providing consultancy services and getting them to manage this resource. Because that's the thing, people, waste is a resource. It is not just something that you throw away.
Yeah.
Stick up in, ask yourself, what else can I do with this before it goes in the garbage? What else I could do with this water? What else I could do with this banana skin, boy? I really need to throw it away. Because then you turn around and you complain, the garbage smelling stink.
Right.
But the reason why the garbage is smelling is because you have organic material in there. And so if you just take that out, you'd find that you're throwing away less. In Trinidad and Tobago, organic waste is our number 1 waste type that we generate.
Yep.
All the grass and the thing, and the thanks to the peps and them, they're doing their work, right? But then all the grass end up in a garbage bag and then going on the landfill to rot. That makes no sense to me.
When it could have other...
When it could have other intended uses.
And your company provides ideas for
yes. So what we see ourselves really as a connector.
Right.
Between the individual and the organization and the right provider until we decide, we want to get into this production of thing ourselves, which is, I think it will be something inevitable, but I'm taking things one step at a time and not biting off more than I could chew.
Right.
So for us, it is really about smallening the knowledge gaps. Right? Because a lot of people are not doing because they don't know, but then a lot of people are doing the wrong thing too.
All right.
So we're trying to fill that gap by addressing, okay, if you tell me you don't know who to take computers and thing and you're throwing it on TV and you're putting it on the side of the road, I could help you with that. But then if you tell me you are one of those that put thing on your trunk and then jump it on the side of a road, well then we have our next conversation with you, right? Because outside of the song that you played, one of my very good friends who's now passed used to call me the Trini Mother Earth, right? He said, oh God, Chan. Every minute I go by his desk, I say, I'm looking in the bin, I say, why that bottle in there? What's going on with you? So, oh God, Mother Earth, oh God, oh God. Yeah, so he started to call me that, and then I did a video on YouTube where I played the character of the Trini Mother Earth. What would she say? What would she do? I roping my husband there. I roping a friend of mine to show. Well, you know, she would tell you stink and dirty. What are you doing that for? You understand? So it is really about using all of the. Somebody tell me I missed my second calling to be an actress. Me, you know, I go have to get time, you know. Right?
That could be the retirement plan, you know.
As I say, if anything, if you're looking for an actress, holla at your girl already, right?
Right.
So, but it's all about getting us to rethink waste management. And you know, one of the reasons why, and I'm saying this because I think it happens to all of us, right? Even in me, which sometimes people tend to not believe. So the imposter does pop up ever so often, right? And part of the reason why I'm also here is to talk about this opportunity that I have to go to Paris, France, right?
Right.
And so when a family friend encouraged me to apply, because I saw I get there, I had to apply like everybody else. And she said, well, applying now. So my first instinct when I saw Paris, France, I said, nah, not for me, boy. I got that, thanks. But then, you know, having conversations, well, it's good to have a supportive network around you. So I tell hubby, I say, well, Nicole sent this to me. I think I should apply. He said, well, the answer to any question is either yes or no. We have to lose time. I say, well, all right. So all right then. So sat down, filled out the application, right? Watching my calendar like a hawk because I want to see when the deadline is. Deadline come and go. And I said, well, maybe I didn't get through, boy. I never seen this email in my inbox every day I seen it. I said, but me know nobody by that name. That had to be spam. And then some say, Sean, go and check the email now, girl. Check it. And as soon as I opened it, the first word I saw was congratulations, you've been selected.
Nice.
So it is an opportunity to showcase what we at SIEL has to offer, but it's also an opportunity to showcase what Trinidad and Tobago has to offer. I am the first person they've ever selected from Trinidad to attend. Yeah? All right. So big shoes, pressure, no pressure. But, you know, it is an opportunity because this is the largest gathering of solutions for the planet. Everybody there is doing something for the earth, whether it's providing clean water, providing clean air, talking about waste management, getting people to change their habits, managing food, growing food, whatever it is, we're all there because we are equally passionate, filled with purpose around the planet.
Right.
So, let me ask you this now. Were you saying, right? Is that a company in Trinidad and Tobago?
Yes.
That is involved in something that we should really pay more attention to it. Right?
Yeah, because I have plenty of things to show you home that I'm afraid to show you.
Well, at least you're getting the afraid to show it feeling now. So that is what making you press pause. But go ahead.
Yeah.
So, your family members see it, think it's something that would be good for your business. You apply for it.
Yes.
It's something that is outside of Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct.
They see your application. They check everything that to check. And they say, yeah, boy, SIEL should be here. Now, again, there are a lot of things we played on in this country. Because we could big up a company from America and England and things. We could big them up because they're not in front we face now. But we seem to have a genuine problem, especially as black people, to big up somebody in front of we.
Yeah.
Who doing something tangible, something that we can see. Right? I say no here between all and it's like actually I was reading anything that sounds like wait, well let's see it.
Well, let me tell you why it is he say that, right?
Yeah, tell me why.
So we reading the email you sent.
Yeah.
So SIEL Environmental has been selected as one of the top 50 change makers in the world to exhibit and pitch at the Change Now Summit in Paris, France. From May 25th to 27th, 2023, it is the largest gathering of change makers in the world.
Yo!
I don't know little.
Due to some violent content.
I don't know little thing. They big thing here. You understand? Pat your shoulder, rub your back.
Of course, but the next thing that we pick up too, self-praise is not a recommendation.
Right. But then look at the list of accomplishments. Lawrence, her accomplishments include the Lawrence Placide Awardee for Service Business, winner of Entrepreneurship World Cup Trinidad and Tobago, Innovative Entrepreneur of the Year, Champion of Business Award Entrepreneurship finalist, Gestalt Woman Leader Award, Kenneth Valley Foundation Progress Award for Environmentalism and Advocacy, and Affet Women of Influence Social Entrepreneur Award. Them things don't make you feel cocky? That making I feeling cocky for you?
Well, thanks.
I see.
Yeah, I
Be like, yo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And husband on the side saying digest some.
That's some.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, like, for me, in the way I just think, you know, we are some politicians, friends, and we expect too much of people. Something, right?
Yeah.
That email supposed to be sent, and you know, walking with your hard copy to the ministry. What ministry that will fall under? What you do will fall under? Like ministry? What?
You see me scratching my head here?
We sent a few ministries, none of which
Responded.
Yeah.
How?
Lone.
But why not?
That's a good question, Karen. Not for me to answer.
And this is there to be controversial, inclusive of the EMA
Yeah.
and these other
So you telling me, so the environmental...
Let me tell you, I sent it to all of the agencies, state agencies, which includes ministries, responsible for the environment, for trade, for service business, for everything. Not a one.
No,
Not a one.
I feel that.
But we
Right?
have some
But,
popular team on time.
correct. But through the power of my own
Accomplishments.
network and my accomplishments, I say, hey, I'm going to Paris, you know, and I need some change. Right? I talk to people directly. You know, I would love for your support. And then they was like, well, all right, Sean, well, no problem. Even some of them said, Sean, we don't necessarily support individuals, you know, but we like what you're doing.
But how is an individual?
Right.
When you have a company name, I don't understand.
Well, listen now, the length and breadth, I was telling somebody, I'm going to say it live here because there's a nice space, a safe space, and there's with people, right? I said one organization asked me so many questions. I tell my husband, the only thing they didn't ask me what color was my panty, you know? And I saying it just so. The amount of questions to turn around and tell me, unfortunately, Sean,
Yeah,
you're
you
unable
see?
to. So what was the whole point of that? If you're one of the things that I sometimes have my own personal challenge, which is what I call navigating the sea of no's, right? But one of the things that my husband reminds me of is if you get through the no's, you'll get to the yes faster. So let the no's come quickly so that you could bypass them and get to your yeses. Because you have to navigate the sea, you have to ride the tide, but your yes is right there. So for me, it was like, okay, let me just really navigate. Let me just get the no's out of the way. But if you're taking long to just tell me no, if you knew that was what you was going to say, just tell me no, let me move on. Let me spend my energy somewhere else
In
now.
Trinidad,
Let
right?
me know how to follow up with you with 900 times because you can't give me an answer. So
in Trinidad, there's a never-ending hurricane.
listen now. And you see, the thing is, I understand that organizations have their, what's the word that they use? They
Corporate social responsibility.
right, and they also have their avenues through which they
choose
sponsor.
to sponsor. Right,
Correct. Right. So I know I am not appealing to everybody. I am not sending it to everybody. You know, even sometimes the ones who I don't think would assist are the ones that tend to want to, which is a whole thing by itself. So it's really, for me, it was all right. Let me see who would be able to come on board to help me, because going to Paris is not cheap. It's not an easy feat by any means. Keith and I were talking this morning about it. It's like, but babe, you're kind of like an environmental ambassador of sorts. You know, we have sport ambassadors and cultural ambassadors, but where you going is representing the country from an environmental perspective. So you showing what Trinidad and Tobago has to offer from an environmental side. So it doesn't mean that you are any different from the big boys and them who they want to bestow ambassadorship on.
That's what I'm not going to allude to, right? It would seem like, and I want to use these words carefully, it would seem like, if I am wrong, I will accept the fact that I'm wrong, but it would seem like once it didn't come from somebody within their circle, their cliques, or once it do is not something that they could see a direct financial benefit from, it's not something that they throw their weight behind. Because the issue at this part of what you're going through here, I went through this a few years ago, like 3 years ago, where so you applied, but they actually found me. Some people found me and invited me to something. And the same thing sent all these things on them because I been invited as the representative from Trinidad and Tobago. I was invited as to take part in a fashion show.
Right.
And one ministry outright tell you now, the rest of them the same thing. One set of dancer. Now I always tell Karen, he have a different mentality to me because one of my problem with applying to these things is as you say now. If you're telling me no outright is alright, you know, but I have to fill out a form that when I done, I feel like I don't have no clothes.
Yeah.
In this case, this is something international.
Yeah.
And it's a huge deal, although I sometimes try to downplay it, but it is very much a big deal. And if we are talking about being able to showcase what Trinidad and Tobago has to offer, we have to be willing to open the doors a little bit more outside of the typical, outside of what are the standard things that we know, you know. So open it up. It's more than just because people represent Trinidad and Tobago for all sorts of different things, and every opportunity is an opportunity for us to represent the country. It is a tourism product. It is an opportunity for people on another side of the planet who may not even know what Trinidad. I was talking to people, they're like, Trinidad and Tobago, where is that? And then I have to show the map and show where we are and say, no, we're not in Jamaica, we down here. You know, so to go through all of that experience and having those experiences on my own as well too, I remember I went to a trip to Israel. And I mean, and this is to show how important, you know, the different kinds of ambassadors, but we could open the breadth of it a bit more. You know, saying, well, where's Trinidad and Tobago? Well, they're asking me where is that. I said, what do you know of Trinidad and Tobago? First they say Bob Marley. You know, we just always have to deal with that. I said, no, Bob Marley's from Jamaica. He's not from Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago is not a part of Jamaica. We're a country by ourselves.
Try again.
I said, so, well, say no. He said, cricket. I said, right. Who you know? Brian Lara. I said, beautiful. Right? I said, he is from Trinidad and Tobago. Right? So you have these different areas, but it doesn't mean that it only has to be sport or it only has to be culture and dance and soca music. There are so many other ways that we could continue to put Trinidad and Tobago on the map.
To me, this is an excellent one.
Yeah.
Right? And we are island state. We don't have room to be putting landfills every and anywhere.
True.
The NIMBY syndrome is real, not in my backyard. It's real. Nobody wants to know that a landfill is right behind them. And so we have to manage what we're doing a lot better. We have to, I always say, littering starts in the mind first. It is a decision that is made before the action is taken.
Of course.
And so that's why the work that I am doing is so important, because I am trying to change people's minds. It is hard work, but it's a necessary work to get us to where we need to be. You know, as my husband was saying, is that, you know, all of the environmental things, I always say, waste is sexy to me. Right. Not sexier than you, honey. All right. But waste is, I mean, so I could talk about it all day, all the time. It doesn't matter. But a lot of people will tend to gravitate to the other environmental things, the conservation, the biodiversity, the climate change, all the ones that sound nice and clean. But waste, nah, boy. I mean, I used to be on the landfill right through on the B-term, you know, because I used to work for Swim Call. So having that experience, and one of the things I wanted to tell you all too is a comment you made in the beginning. When I started off, there was nobody who looked like me in waste management. Waste management is still typically a Caucasian male business. The ones who thrive in this space do not look like me.
I know that. I
have been even in rooms locally, and I watch around the room. It's not nobody looking like me. Is of our cousins and the lighter, the Syrians, the Trini White as we call them, nobody looked like me in the room. I told a girlfriend of mine, I said, test the theory. She went to another environmental event. She said, Sean, you're right. It's only me alone. She was the only dark-skinned woman of African descent in the room. I was often the only dark-skinned woman of African descent in the room. I have had instances where I talk and nobody in listening. Somebody else come and say the same thing I just said and listen to them. I've had that experience. I remember when I used to work in the US for a little while, and my boss was a white man, and he said, but Sean, you're brilliant. How come they're not taking you on? I said, you want to know why? I said, come to Trinidad. I said, let us go in a room. You sit next to me. I said, I will say it first. I said, watch the reaction. And then you will say the same thing I just say. And then watch the reaction. I said, because we like foreign. So born here, grow here, breed here, educated here. I know no square peg and no round hole.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it is really about showcasing that this is a space where people who look like us could be and do well.
Well, I hear you saying that they are now thinking is trailblazing for we children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the parts that you don't make, you don't talk about you go on Israel.
Like that Tobago, like that riding.
Yeah, that
It's your riding.
I don't know, again, and that's why it is now. So let me read out here. So I see, coach in your house, Jamel say greetings, kings and queens. Mendoza say, the government don't care. So these people was responding when we was talking about that now.
Okay.
Right? TUH, and that is where the government agencies on shit. I agree. All right, Mendoza said the story never changes, and that is true because we could bring a few hundred people that had a good idea that's something that's positive and beneficial to Trinidad and Tobago. And it did because they went to the government.
Yeah.
They didn't get the support that they thought they would get. And it just fizzled out.
It just fizzled out, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
D-Hud said they damn well know that this means for putting Trinidad and Tobago on the map in the space of environmental care. Because that's what I'm thinking as well now. You go into France, right? We basically, we probably have a little more thing than in Israel. When you go to France, a lot more people will know about Trinidad and Tobago, but they will have an idea in the head of soca, calypso, one or two of them might not do it York, and that kind of thing. Now, this is something, and to me, this is a way to attract investors too.
Yes.
Because you're dealing with something that the Caribbean and the whole is not really known for.
Yeah, because one of my brethren is he manages wastewater.
Right. Yes.
Big treatment plant, everything. Black man. From his father. His father started the business and now he's taking it over. That's Dalvin. You understand? And it kind of it is discouraging. You know? I mean, I could think of a song off the top of my head that aligned perfectly with what she's saying, you know. Because the man just went in there to meet Sadhguru and thing and have a song called Save the Earth. You understand? So
we would like to try to reach out to his team, but we don't know what is the best approach.
I'll tell you when we're done. I'll tell you when we're done.
So it's because it really is important. And then, you know, like one of the things that while you were talking that I just thought of as well too is that, you know, even when I was doing the children's book as well, right? At that time, my daughter started asking questions about the way she looks. And mommy, why is my hair like this? And why my hair can't be straight? Or why my hair so challenging to comb? She say hard to comb, right? Because she's 9. Right? And I said, but what, does mommy have natural hair? Yes, mommy. I said, well, right. Isn't mommy's hair beautiful? Yes, mommy. I said, well, then your hair is beautiful. And when I was thinking about what to do in terms of putting on the cover, I said it's important for her to see herself on the cover.
Yep.
So I put her on my book cover.
Boom.
Right?
Now she's a big star.
Now she's a big star and she tell everybody, there's my book, hello. You know, but it was important for me to do things like that for her because she wasn't seeing, every time she go to a bookstore and she pick up a book that she likes, it wasn't anybody who looked like her. Who have hair, look, she have 2 little puffs on the side of her head, you know. So that was important for me to, and now something so, mommy, I gain a book 2 hours. Right? So now I had the right one for him because he always asking for his book too. Because one of the things I recognize in this author journey is that little boys want to see themselves too. We have plenty books for girls, I realize, but we don't have enough books for the little boys. So, because and as a parent who told me that, he's like, every time I come to these things, I always see books for little girls, and I have 2 boys, and I want them to see a little boy on the cover too.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay,
black boys need confidence
too.
too.
I said, point taken, mommy, point taken. And a mom being a mom of a black son, I'm like, okay, yeah. And then he's like, yeah, mommy, I need my own book so I could tell people I have my own book too. So Kaya have hers and I have mine, right? You know, so
and that's her name, Kaya?
Kaya, yes.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so see, the Kai is her nickname.
Oh,
so all of that.
All right.
Yeah, so
nice.
it is. That's why she says, yeah, it's really my book and true. Even when you turn the book, children who wear is representative of us as Caribbean people. Children wearing uniforms. You see all of the different brown shades of brown faces.
Right.
You know, so they could see themselves, you know, open a book and say, hey, this looking just like my school.
Yeah, representation is important.
It does matter. And even in this conversation, in this case, that's what I'm doing. I'm representing it, and it matters. So if any of the listeners have any questions about ways to, they could ask me. Feel free.
Trust they
brave.
So,
right? So
I'm going through some of the comments again. See, Ian Joseph say good day, right? Blessed day. Keith Watkins say, our ministry is the Ministry of Planning and Development.
Yeah, I went to them. That was a no. Thank you.
Right,
yeah.
Jamil say it is rooted in lack of love for oneself and one's place. I want to address that just now. Keith Watkins say, I hear any passion. Right? Aquino Davis say something that I totally agree with. That's the Messiah complex. We love ourselves, our foreign savior. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Right? Mendoza say, I once asked the reigning Miss Philippines while on vacation there if she knew of Trinidad. And I asked about all our celebrities, but she only knew when I asked about Akon and Dana Allen.
Oh, Lord. What she know.
But here this, right? You see what Jamil say here? This is rooted in lack of love for oneself and place. I've been saying something a couple of years now, and some people think it's madness. The reason why some people, groups of peoples and organizations and corporations, they treat the earth that the way they do is because they have somewhere else to go. The people that fighting hard to save here know that here is the be all and end all for them. Yeah. Right? I personally do believe Earth is the only place with life. I think it is ludicrous that in 2023 we have so many ancient civilizations that in their recorded history they say that they have been visited by beings out of the sky. I think it is absolute crazy to at least not talk to them first. We have hundreds of different cultures, people that in their own history, not the history that somebody went to them and come back and tell us, say that they were visited from beings. And what they describe, we know is something else, right? All right. We have this, if you go with modern science, this in almost infinite space where they're showing you a system with things looking like a planet that the sun
is a dot
to that. I think it's crazy to accept without any kind of real that Earth is the only place with life on it. Oh, it has no evidence, be like. But we have no evidence of plenty things too, but we consider them facts. Because if Earth was the only place you had to live, and you worth $150 billion, I think you would have been putting more money
into the Earth where you living.
Things like what you're doing, initiatives and different things. Because you know, I mean, your life expectancy with that kind of money much higher than everybody else. You understand? So you'll be putting more money towards. We ain't saying they don't contribute, because people just try to come back with that now. Of course they do. Yeah.
There were plenty of them making money from it. Because when we watched, remember with the documentary we was watching the other day with the gas.
Right.
What's the name of it?
Big Oil versus the World.
Yeah.
The real light
and they show you
how much money they've spent to lie.
Yeah. And men who came up with the ethanol and were showing you about hydrogen power and all them kind of thing, and they shoot down them ideas. Because the fossil fuels is where the money is. But now
Porsche, we're having the hydrogen conversation.
But Porsche just released the first hydrogen powered not the Macan, the little one.
Right.
The Carrera, hydrogen powered, and the car is ridiculously fast and powerful still.
Yeah.
You understand? And we have a brethren who started that conversation here in 2010.
The hydrogen conversation?
Yes. Right? With the same incumbent party right now.
Yeah.
And they never take him on.
Yeah. One of we were having a discussion, a group of us were having a discussion, and nuclear power came up. And one of the people was saying, that nuclear power is actually very clean. What we can't figure out is how to deal with the waste from nuclear power. That's the problem. So as much as it could do so much more for us, we haven't figured out how to deal with our waste.
Yeah,
that waste end up anyway, all of we obliterated. You understand?
I think we could do better than that nuclear.
Yeah, but to touch on your point with love of place and the person who made the comment, that is very, very true. For me, I make it even simple, right? I say, if you love something, you take care of it. You love your shoes, you're taking care of that. You love your car, you're taking care of that. So if we can't say we love here, we love this country, we love where we're from, but you're still pelting bottle out your car window, you're still backing up van in because nobody ain't seen you any night, and offloading, you're still burning tires next to your next door neighbor who granny have emphysema and can't breathe. We still doing these things. So you can't tell me that you love where you're from. You hate here. You understand? So because if you were, or if you claim to love here, then you would treat it very differently. I think it's a very laissez-faire. Well, that's not really my business. Well, Shan weighs one bottle. Those are the types of comments that I get about Shan is that CPEP walk. I'm not supposed to say, but CPEP not telling you eat the KFC and throw it on the ground though. You understand? So it's not. What we tend to do is pass off the responsibility to somebody else.
And I think we do that. I think one of the reasons why that happens too is because we don't seem to show the effects. Like that burning tire. That big thing alone, that burning tire.
Oh, yes.
We and we don't think that we contribute to the disastrous effects. The ridiculous flooding that we've seen in Trinidad in the last couple of years. Use a bad tire, man. I was a sour Barataria man my whole life. There's certain parts of Barataria that I see in flooding right now that I never see that before, and I'm 40-something years old. Up and down this place, rainfall, me and my brethren and them gone. We seeing aspects of not taking care of the same thing I say back a van by a bridge. Look left, you look like you're crossing the road. And you throw out everything. And you throw out everything.
Thank God the man that get catch the time. Yeah. But oh God, he get catch. How many people was doing it before that? So it is really. Even my husband's grandmother said that there were places that she seeing flooding now that never used to flood. The fridge and the stove ain't had 2 hands and 2 foot.
It didn't reach the river by itself.
It didn't reach there by itself.
That's right.
What's that? Oh yeah, boy. We did one in Cora River. Yeah, boy. We find. Guess what's the biggest thing we find up there? All you guess?
Aka?
No, not just that. Give me something else. We just consume it plenty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bottles,
real alcohol.
Real bottle
punching, beer, rum. I mean, the bags were so heavy we couldn't lift them up.
Wow.
You understand? We find toilet bowl. We find pram for baby. We find TV. We find bumper for car. What that doing up there?
Well, but
that is disgusting.
See, there's any height of the pandemic. So 2020, I'm going in a river in Pity Valley, on top of a mountain. Like 2-3 days after real plenty rain. I couldn't believe it. The reason why this one was, I know how nasty it is. I tell people, I don't sugarcoat that. Trinidadians nasty. What catch me is how high up we was for the kind of debris that we see.
They're still seeing.
That is what catch me, boy. If we was like down in the village, like, all right, but where we was, and thing block up a whole washing machine frame, and like,
Yeah,
it's 2020, like, yo, we still
doing this?
doing that, boy.
Yeah.
And we have a service. That is one of these services that is work all right.
The open tray.
You put the washing machine outside.
Yeah, the open tray services.
Right,
Come and
right.
pick it up.
Come
yeah.
on now, man. You feel it. That was I say we
But certain days,
nasty.
Kimberly just passed out. She said we went to put it out.
We
Went to
that
put it out,
nastiness.
Yeah.
Thank God we have a good counselor.
Yeah, true, eh?
Everybody counselor, isn't it?
True.
No.
She does actually work. Big up yourself, Kimberly.
We have a question here for you, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
So, well, before the question, he say the irony, of course, is that the green fund is under their purview,
Oh,
which is
Gosh.
the ministry
It's
of
that time. And everybody paying
Planet.
green fund, eh?
Yeah, all business over.
All
Yeah.
businesses paint, including myself.
Right?
My
Yeah.
big thing is why I even have to
Yeah.
paint it. But anyhow, go ahead with the question.
So the question is, there are countries that import waste for fuel. Is
Correct.
exporting waste a viable option for this country, in your opinion?
Well, one of the things that we have to think about where the import of waste is concerned. So there's
No,
a
export.
export.
Yeah,
Well,
export.
both ways, because it means that it's the trans-boundary movement. It's moving from Trinidad and Tobago somewhere else, or somebody else is moving from there to come to Trinidad and Tobago. Either way.
Right.
So there is a convention that Trinidad and Tobago is a signatory to called the Basel Convention for the Transboundary Movement of Waste.
Right.
And so we have to
The
be
light on it.
careful if
The light
we
on it.
are, when we talk about the movement of waste from country to country, that we are not going against what the convention is. So for instance, there has been a conversation on the table for many, many years. I mean, I've reviewed waste to energy proposals before.
Right.
And the Ministry of Energy had, they were also having the waste to energy conversation.
Right.
And one of the things that my mentor said to me in the beginning is that we have enough to start up a plant, you know. We do have enough to sustain it. And then what will happen is that we have to import waste from other countries.
All right.
Now, what we could try to, and this is where the government has to do what the government does, is what we have to figure out is how can we do inter-island movement, right? Because the French countries do that
CARICOM.
already. CARICOM, right? So, but here it now. So
A whole set of things that just ain't working.
right?
CARICOM.
So.
And?
So CARICOM, not CARICOM.
Yeah,
right.
CARICOM.
So we have, so you have like the French colonies, Martinique, Guadeloupe. They move waste in between each other, right? But one of the issues that we have, and this is where like the conversation with the plastics has happened, and because it makes an excellent fuel source, right? Because of its high caloric value. Again, on a little science and thing.
Right.
But that's just the facts, right? And so that's normally the first stream that they would use when they're thinking about waste to energy. Now, there are some countries that just burn everything and convert it into energy because they just don't want to deal with waste at all.
Right.
But I am a proponent for really looking and seeing what is possible for within the cultural context, right? And so it is not an impossibility, but we have to take into consideration the international conventions that we sign on to, CARICOM. How does that affect us as island communities? But I don't think it is a far-fetched idea because it may be something that we would eventually have to
So
do.
based on what you just said, right? I have a question.
Yes.
When we sign these treaties
Yes.
and these agreements, are we looking forward when we sign them, or we just signing them now because it probably have a little benefit?
No, we
sign
have
them
to
now?
look forward. The agreements
No, the reason why
come
I
with
asked that,
the
exactly.
agreements come with timelines. The
Right,
agreements
so
come with
the reason why
forward.
I asked that
Yeah.
is we have a based on the question, is it something to look at? But now in looking at that, we also know how to go and look at the treaties that we signed to see that we're not violating it.
Correct.
So that's why I asked if when we sign these treaties, if we looking forward, if we're really signing them because they make sense, or we just signing them because it has signing bonus. Because when you say waste as energy, and it either we nasty and we collecting real waste, so we incentivize people to collect waste and bring to this point, we compact it and ship it out, or we turn it into energy. Now it's not a conversation that we can have right away because now we have to go and look at this 260-page document that we signed to see if we break in some one of the rules that or stipulations that we have in it. So are we looking forward now? Because to me, that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, and then so one of the things. So let me give an example. So one of the so even some of the recyclers that we have, and I use that word cautiously, because we have. I'm a big thing with using the right terms for the right things. Don't be just don't put biodegradable on things that are not biodegradable. Anyhow, I digress. Okay, so
I want to when you finish this here,
take myself in a hole.
I want to go into that.
Right, but so we have like Swim Call Expo sends its flakes. So what it does, so Swim Call has a material recovery facility where it washes the plastic bottles, and then it ships, bails them out, and sends them to like Nicaragua, Honduras, some of those countries for it to be made into new bottles.
Right.
Right? Not nationwide. There are some bottlers that can, but it's not on a national level. It's just based on what is your production capacity.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have that happening. And we just have to make sure that to the person who asks, normally when we have waste to energy conversations, that's where that movement of waste tends to come into play. But it's already happening just for the processing of plastics leaving Trinidad and Tobago and going to other countries to be processed and returned to the country for use.
All right. So here's what. Stick one little pin. You gotta pay some bills. All right. So this is for the flambeau. Right? Flambeau. So join us for the ultimate celebration of local music and culture, Flambeau, the 10th anniversary concert of True Talk No Lie, happening on May 20th at the Big Black Box. Hey Choppy headlines an incredible lineup of over 10 of the hottest acts in Trinidad and Tobago, from soca to dancehall, R&B, reggae, and rap. There's something for everyone. Don't miss your chance to experience the authentic sounds, stories, and rhythms of our local music scene. Get your tickets now for an unforgettable night of music and culture. The $200 tickets, get yours while they last online at suntix.com or via 322-9697 or any of the TTNL team, Navy, Keegs, or Swiss T. The full lineup is Hey Choppy, Rion Elborn, Jazzy Blaze, Kishav, Bosedi, Natty Royal, Killer B, Issa, Sharifa Selman, Soulman, Ami, Sadea, and Magnus. Flambeau is sponsored by Duracell, Act 2, Rand Credit Union, and Subway. Check out Subway's new boneless hot sub, bringing the zing with breaded chunks of boneless chicken breasts in a buffalo sauce with crispy fried onions and a ranch dressing. It's a zesty, flavorful experience you need to try today. Subway, eat fresh. Right, so you could unstick the pin.
Pin unstuck. All right. Yeah, so one of the... All right, so just to go on because I don't open myself, I don't open sesame already. So one of the things that I was talking about is the use of terms, right?
Right.
We have to be mindful that a lot of companies are capitalizing on the lack of information that we as a people have. So because we don't know, we accept whatever we are given. And so one of the things that is a common word that often gets misused is the one called biodegradable. If we were to spit so that one word is made up of two parts. Bio meaning biological and degradable meaning to break down.
Right.
So when the two parts come together, it means being able to break down via a biological process. So it should not just be plastered on items, because the average Trini see biodegradable will say, yeah, good. But you're not, because you don't understand what the term means, you accept whatever you are given.
Right.
So for me, it is understanding what biodegradable means. It means breaking down via a biological process. It also means it can become its original biological component. All
Right.
plastics are derived from oil. Have you all seen any plastic bottle break down into oil yet?
Never.
All right. Have you seen any styrofoam container break down into oil yet?
Never.
Have you seen... So it for those things to just be thrown at us and we take them I only have an easy heart because I tell myself, you don't know, that is why. Right? Because we have a lot of people saying, well, Sean, I like this why? Because look, they have it on the container, and I say, no, that's not the truth. At one point I and all started to feel like, wait now, Sean, you sure, girl? I start to ask myself until I say, well, nah, Sean, if you don't know, you have enough friends who do. So go and ask them. And when I ask them, say, no, Sean.
Well, ask some questions, you know.
That's
why I say I want you to go there.
So that's why the Bureau of Standards is coming up with a specific standard for labeling of packaging.
Right.
Because packaging can label all kind of how.
Yeah.
And everybody taking it because the fact is it will always be cheaper. Why? Because we make it right here. Right? And a lot of the other things have to be imported.
Right.
Good? So what they are capitalizing on is the fact that we don't know and we just it's cheap on our boy. So we go just go with cheap. Right? But I will say this too. The same silver fork and knife and spoon, the stainless steel ones, and the same ceramic plate and thing, and the same ceramic mug, them things that still work.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think like we forget that we used to use those things all the time.
Well,
Somebody told
exactly.
me that the other day, you know,
Exactly.
like, oh, people don't want to wash dishes again, so that's why they just buy disposable things. And
Yeah, that don't make sense to me.
it doesn't make sense to me either. It makes sense to them
Right.
because they don't have time.
Yeah.
Convenience. Convenience. Everything convenience became
King.
you know, it became king. It became anti everything that we're trying to do because, oh gosh, that's too hard, or it will take too long, or that's too far, you know, and so we just go with whatever's the easier option.
Yeah.
You know, we're all are human beings, it happens, right?
Nah, but I need that advice because you see them water fellas, it's 4 cases of that a week I use. I feel bad.
Yeah.
Sean.
Do not throw it away, Kara.
But no. Throw it away?
No.
Don't throw it away.
I throw it in the dustbin.
I will tell you what I can do.
Yeah.
I can tell you what I can do.
Say no more, boy.
Yeah.
Like for them cheering on them.
Yeah, anything.
So here it is, right?
That would be exciting for them.
And wherever little money that is their money, and they could use that to do whatever they do.
I was
so they don't have
saying-
to come to you and wifey to get nothing, right?
Yeah. School we.
A man bring in over 200,000, right?
200,000.
Yeah, and make over 10 G's. Plastic bottle.
Bring
All
it
right.
in.
Yeah. So
Alright.
so let me just answer that question one time. Because he done let the cat out the bag.
Tell
So
me
let
now,
me just
yeah.
tell you. Right. So in Trinidad Tobago, we have and I always say it is my job to give you the options. It is your job to choose. I ain't telling you what to choose, but if you whisper, I could tell you. But anyhow, so you have 2 options in Trinidad and Tobago. Now we have the IKEA bins, which are under the EMA. That's mixed recycling, so you could put your plastic bottles, but only for beverage containers. So you put your plastics, your glass, your cans, and your Tetra Paks. I am a fan of everybody must lime together. Your plastics must be with plastics, glass must be with glass. But I
Right.
understand it's still a new habit for the average Trini.
Yeah.
So mixed recycling happens. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's what we're doing. We have people who just sort it, right?
Right.
So that's one option. The other option right now is the Every Bottle Back program, where you get a rebate on the plastic bottles. It is $1 for every 20 bottles, so that's 5 cents a bottle, right? We do the math, right? So you take it into them. They have a branch on Charlotte Street. They have a branch in Londonville. So what we do is that we collect all of our plastic bottles, and whenever we going into town, whenever that is, we just go and we drop it off. I'm not asking you to go in town every single day.
No.
I don't like going on in town, and it's also on the boulevard, which I absolutely hate going on Charlotte Street now. I don't like going on Charlotte Street. Right? So
Charlotte Boulevard.
yeah.
Yes.
So if we go in, it's because we have 4 or 5 bags. We load it up in the car, and we just go and we drop it off, right? Because my husband does get vexed with me sometimes because he tell me I have a little hoarding spirit that I'm trying to keep at bay because I want to
Right.
collect everything.
Yeah.
Right. So so those are the options. And until because we're still waiting. So here the thing now, we're still waiting for the beverage container bill to be passed. It's more than 20 years. We still waiting. I tell
How that
people
go pass?
I ain't waiting because if I keep holding
Get
my breath,
involved.
I'll go there.
Oh.
So I ain't holding my breath on that because the difference with that is that based on the size of the bottle, your rebate will be based on the size as opposed to one blanket fee. So if you have the small ones, you might get 25 cents. You have the 1.5, you might get $1. But we still waiting on that. Government after government, everybody saying it. We will discuss it at cabinet, and
we still waiting on that and local government reform.
I want to read out this comment.
Yes, read it out for me.
He say, Jamil say, this has been beaten into our subconscious through religion, and he goes on to say, before that, right. We have been sold that the world is going to end. So with that point of, what is the point of preserving something that you think is definitely going to end? And again, because subconsciously, because we don't accept that things affect you, even though you realize, you're watching this here and you're watching the blank screen, or you didn't realize, you think the TV not working because it's not on. It's the same thing like as with the, how we look at the planet now, like, why need to save this for? You're telling me since I small the world going to end. And I say it's time for us to move away from that focus. And we need to keep it fun.
While we here,
While we here. Okay, granted that there may be sometime, somewhere in the near future, it may not be our generation, maybe our children, that they might find somewhere else with enough oxygen for us to survive on. We got to take care of this space where we are right now.
Agreed.
Right? So I'm not even thinking about what's going to happen, because that may not even happen in my lifetime. But this space that I am here right now, I want to breathe clean air. I want to go to a beach and I see no garbage. I don't want remember when where my mom lives used to flood real bad, right? I don't want where I live to be flooding. I don't want that dirty water coming in my house. I want to be able to live happily, have my children see things. Because I remember there was a song that said very soon children mightn't even know where's a donkey because all of these species might disappear. You understand? So we have to take care of where we are at right now. We on planet Earth. We living, we drinking, we gallivanting, we everything here. We have to take care of this until it's either better or more, whatever you want to call it. But we have to take care of this where we are right now.
So Miguel inside here, blessed day Miguel.
Yeah, boy, mix ribs, boy.
He talking from a perspective of he is I always call him an engineer. An engineer and a chef. He do hold none of them titles officially, but that's what he is. And one of his jobs is he's go to these companies and fix these mega machines. Right, make sure that they're running. He's fixed the part of. And one of the things he said, we was talking about the plant now, doing it here and stuff, and you're saying, he said, all this lady is saying is true. We could build a plant today, I guarantee you that in 5 years' time, that plant will break down due to lack of maintenance. We like to build and implement things as a people, but we hate to maintain.
How many buildings have we built and they dilapidated? They're in a state right now.
Right.
Because we rushing to do things because I see that might sound like the new fab or the people from North tell we that is what we need. We are very aware of what we need for ourselves. Look at our context as Caribbean people, as black people, and see what we need to do for ourselves. Don't take something from Papi up north and say that could work here. We have this copy and paste.
Yeah, let me give you a real good example now.
Yeah.
So my co-host wearing a long pants today.
Wait, tell him about the long pants. I want long pants today.
No, he only wearing a long pants today because he has to go in a government office.
Yeah. Right? I have a friend that, he said, Sean, listen to me. Here hot. Trinidad Tobago hot, and this dry season I feel like my skin melting. But anyhow, that's part of the bigger climate change discussion. But anyhow, he said, Sean, I refuse to wear jacket and long sleeve.
Yeah.
If you tell me that I can't come to your meeting because I don't have on a jacket and long sleeve, I'm not coming. He refuses to do it.
Yeah.
He said because that is a Western thing.
Yeah.
That we feel that we must.
Yeah,
we feel we must.
Right now, it's a Jersey star.
Listen now.
We need t-shirts.
Let me tell you this last thing. I remember when I just started off in this space, right? And I was talking to my father-in-law and I was telling him, and he was like, you trying to fit in? Yes. When I just started off, I felt that there was some box that I needed to fit in. I needed to speak a certain way. I needed to look a certain way. I needed to, do the things that everybody else was doing. But then I realized as I'm getting older, me not time for that. I need to be myself. I remember going into a meeting. I have on red Converse sneakers. You all cannot see it, right? And the first thing people did was look down, because of course you can't miss red sneakers, right? Everybody else had on their shoes, and then granted I can no longer wear heels because I damaged my back. I fell and I damaged my back, so I can no longer wear heels. But the point is, this is me. I am going into the conference with my sneakers on. Yeah. I am feeling the eyes on me, but who gives a ripe banana? I don't. Right? So it is about being yourself, communicated in the way that you communicate. For a long time I was like, well, I had to talk a certain way because if I use too much of my own dialect, people go, no, I am Trinbagonian. This is how I speak. This is how I am. Yes, as one of my friends said, Sean, you know how to switch from the Queen's English to the local vernacular. I do, because I have meetings with the big ones and the small ones and whatever you want to call them. But I am still myself no matter what. And I think and that is one of the things that people gravitate towards. Yesterday, say, oh God, I like she energy, boy. So it is just about, I love waste. My intention is to teach people about waste, but it's to do it in the way that I know how to do it. I'm not trying to be nobody else. I ain't trying to fit into nothing else. This is how I do it. And having conversations with people like this, with y'all, with other people, and just having the talk around it now, but not just for us to stay at talk, right? So Karen, I don't wait to stop trying with the bottle and thing. Do it for me, right?
Yeah, no.
Every time you feel yourself going to do it, just visualize Sean standing up over your shoulder. You understand? So, because a friend of mine tell me, Sean, oh God, you just make me so nervous. I don't know what to do. I said, good. But I want you all to take from this conversation that it is important for you to act. It is important for you to do something differently, even if it is one thing. If you could just use your coffee mug and work instead of buying these stereotypes, use that now. If it is to make sure you have your fork, spoon in the car, use that. I am a very practical environmentalist. I do not want you to do the whole bag of things, but I want you to start somewhere, and I want you to do one thing. And then eventually, as you continue to do that, it becomes habit, and then you can add on other things that you're going to. But I'm trying to make you feel bad because you ain't doing all the things. None of us are doing all the things. I tell people, I say, how do you all expect me to get to France? I cannot jump on a bike. I have to fly. Right? So even in those, because people try to make you feel bad, my brothers, for the littlest of things, You understand? And I say, listen, me not have time for that.
You're not telling me, know.
I have to do what I have to do within the confines. I say, because none of us are perfect. None of us are doing all the things. None of us. Some of us are doing more than the average person, but that doesn't mean that what you are doing is less, or you are less than because you ain't doing all the things. No. I don't. If I want you to take, if the listeners take anything from me today, I want you to be inspired to take one action.
Right.
Look at yourself. Go home, see what you could do, and start doing that one thing consistently. All right.
So I want to read one or two comments here, right?
Yes.
One of them I'll show you. Right. Jamil said the government is either they know what they're doing or they don't know what they're doing. Both of them is cause for concern. I hear Ola person say that some years ago, right?
Yeah.
He say, which institution cleared Coca-Cola to be okay for consumption? Like one. Right?
Toilet water. Sorry.
We trade our lives for convenience. Therefore, we become lazy, docile, and easily malleable for corporations to continue to profit off us, right?
You miss out, Ian. Ian said...
Ian have a question. Yes, I was supposed to read that.
No, do you know that other countries use plastic waste to fix their roads?
Yeah, we was watching that recently.
Yes, it can go. It helps lengthen the lifespan of the asphalt. Yes. We could do that right here. Anyway.
Mendoza say...
and we say... Anyway. And we give away the pitch lake?
I live close to the branch in Londonville, the recycling. You say, but all the trash in the community is still being thrown on the side of the road. Right?
Is it that people don't know?
Yeah.
Dissemination of information.
Yeah, but I don't agree with that.
Efficiently. Here's why. That's why our company is so imperative to have, because we have been doing the same thing for years in terms of pushing on the information, and the way she does it is immaculate.
No,
It
so let me
allows
tell you
the-
why I do agree
the
that.
common man to be able to understand it.
No, not from that perspective I'm talking about.
Okay, which was
One of the things that I know is a challenge, it will be a challenge for them, and you mentioned it, is the mindset.
Yeah.
Because even though you don't know that the recycling plant is in your community, that is not an excuse or a reason for you to throw things in
It's
the road.
still, yeah, it's
on
still
the
a
side
reason
of
for
the
you to
road.
throw things in the road.
Right? So I know that there's a challenge that all will face.
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
mentality, like, yo, and as you say, you know, children especially doesn't know. For me, the most time you'll find children littering is when they see that around them right through.
Correct.
But all you have to do is tell them one time,
Don't.
don't litter.
Don't do
Especially
that.
that nice little explanation. That is not good. It is
Yeah.
disrupt earth. It could cause.
And remember,
flooding,
the
thing.
children are, as I told you in the beginning when I just started talking, the children know, you know. It's we who just tell them do something different.
Yeah, we just reprogram them.
We reprogram them, but they know littering is bad. Every school that I have gone to, there has not been one child that has told me littering is a good thing. Not one. So if they know it is bad, before I even get there, because
Yeah.
I ask them, I say, littering good or bad? Bad, tell me why. And then they give me all of the reasons. They know it before I even reach them. But they still doing why? Because they're holding on to it. Oh, God, why you still holding on to that paper? Drop it on the ground there now. That is what happens. That is what happens.
A question Jamel asks. Jamel is he's a football coach. He
Entrepreneur.
runs a business as well as he does printing.
Hey, Jamal, I need 10 print boy. You willing to
Right.
sponsor me? Oh, go ahead.
But he said, they also have an academy. He asks if we would like to get the sister to chat with our children's group, how would that become a reality?
Just get them my number and we can make that happen.
What's the number?
342
342
4085.
4085 342
Keep going at it.
4085.
Spell my name, how do I pronounce it? So,
Yeah, because we have two strange
I know
names.
one said I was told
We have two strange names.
K-E-E-V.
Don't worry, I'll go type it in brackets.
Yeah, because that's what I do. I
I'll
have
break it
to
up.
put SHAN in brackets so people remember to say Shana, not Sian or Sian. But so if for Jamel, if you want that call Kiev quickly, obviously I will not be here within the next week or so. So
No, he gonna call you now.
yeah, so
You on air?
yeah, so when you call, do that quickly. So because I have some of my spots are filling up really fast, so you wanna do that as quickly as possible, right? So
Feed? No.
yeah, so one of the things I know normally guests don't ask for a break, but I need to take a little something.
Yeah, so we will take a break. We will take a break and we will be back shortly. So let's take a break now.
Yeah. All right, so join us for the ultimate celebration of local music and culture, Flambeau, the 10th anniversary concert of True Talk No Lie, happening on May 20th at the Big Black Box. Hey Choppy headlines an incredible lineup of over 10 of the hottest acts in Trinidad and Tobago. From soca to dancehall, R&B, reggae, and rap, there's something for everyone. Don't miss your chance to experience the authentic sounds, stories, and rhythms of our local music scene. Get your tickets now for an unforgettable night of music and culture. $200 tickets are available while they last online at suntix.com and via 322-9697 or any of the TTNL team. The full lineup is Hey Choppy, Rayon Elborn, Jazzy Blaze, Kishav, Bosedi, Natty Royal, Killer B, Issa, Sharifa Selman, Solman, Ami, Sadea, and Magnus. Flambeau is sponsored by Duracell, Act 2, Rand Credit Union, and Subway. Check out Subway's new chicken and waffles just for $39. Subway is now offering tender strips of lightly breaded chicken with a pearl sugar, Belgian waffle, and syrup. That's a great deal for any time of day. But now for a limited time, you are also getting 2 free extra chicken strips to sweeten the deal, so get yours today. Subway, eat fresh. Yeah.
Well, our guests have to leave shortly. Right? She had to go and save the world.
Yes. I have to put on the cape and go and save the world. And because work has not stopped, even though I am moving around and having these wonderful conversations.
Right.
So one thing that I wanted to do real fast, because we said it in the beginning, that even though the ministries and them say no, there were a few sponsors that came on that is supporting this trip to France, and I just wanted to just give them a little thanks.
All right.
That's Republic Bank, the Unit Trust Corporation, National Gas Company, Methanex, Rams Logistics, Nedco, and then I have some clothing sponsors because your girl want to look good, right? So I have to represent Trinidad all wrong, even in how I look. So Heather Jones, Q Styler, courtesy Huzzy. The cloth, Indigenous Designs by Dominic LaRoche, Ashley One Bags. And I also want to say a huge thank you, my mommy and my daddy. Yes, I'm still a mommy and daddy's girl, never mind a big and grown.
Right.
But my parents continue to support the work that I'm doing. In the beginning, there was a little, watching me with a little side eye, yeah? They wasn't so sure. Because my parents old school. Go to school, get a good job, stay there till you retire. That's what they did. That's all they knew.
Yeah.
Right? But I really challenge the status quo, you know, and they realize, you know what, this Shan, she make up her mind, she doing something, and she's sticking with it. She has not deviated at all. So we will support her. And to all of the, and in the way they know how, because in the beginning I wanted them to support me in different ways, and when that wasn't happening, I used to hold on to that, and I realized I needed to forgive them and give them a little grace. They're doing it in the way they know how. If it means holding the children so me and husband could get a little date night, or now that we're going to France right now, they're going by granny to stay the entire 10 days, you know, whatever ways they can, I appreciate. So I look at it through a different lens now. So everybody who gave a donation, who says, Shana, sending you something, girl, and when I go in my bank account, I see thing, right? They could call the same number, the same 342-4085. I'm trying to make it real simple. If they still wish to donate, because I'm going right down till I lie down. Right down with the fundraising until I meet my goal, right? I'm not stopping until I meet my goal.
Right.
And so they could call the number, and we will send them in the different ways that they could support, buy a t-shirt, buy a book, donate, whatever way. Chamel, I wanting print, boy. I wanting print.
How we find any book?
Right? So I have, the books are normally in bookstores.
Okay.
Excellent stores.
Tell us the name again.
Sky's Magical Adventures, Where the Garbage Goes. But all of the bookstores are sold out, so you could get them directly from me. So Karen, if they need, I could always drop off by you and they could connect with you and get
it. It's via the same number.
120. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So Black to Black family, it has been amazing. Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, man.
For having me. It has been an awesome opportunity. I always like conversations where I could just relax and be myself, but still talk about the things that I like to talk about.
Yes.
So I am truly very grateful. So guys, support your girl going to France. Support the journey. Join the waste management movement, because as I say, it's not always about doing things better, but sometimes we simply need to do better things.
Ow.
And are out.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow. All right. So we're going to take a little tune as our guest departs.
Used to be everyone could afford to live right, just to feel nice, didn't need no paradise. Now open your eyes, look around, smoke in the city, and what was pretty, crying out for sympathy. So bring back the old time days, bring back them old time ways. I know everything must change, but I still love the old time days. Used to be everyone cared for each other, lived like brothers, respected one another. In times gone by, we used to share, together we'd make do. And if I draw a susu, what was mine was yours too. I know them days done past and gone, and I know that life must carry on. But if I must join in with the pack, then I'm going back, I'm going back, yeah, yeah, back to the old time days, back to them old time ways. I know everything must change, but I still love the old time days. Yes, bring back the old time days, bring back them old time ways. I know everything must change, but I still love the old time days. Bring it back, bring it back, just bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, bring it back.
You don't wait to implement all the raising pension and thing, you know?
Yeah, folks, so we black. We black.
All the way black, eh?
And we conscious.
Crystal City, no blessed day. Joe, J-Mo, blessed day.
Like Jason.
Yeah,
Marancy. What going on, Marancy?
I want to say this, eh?
Well, if you reach late, boy, you must be she. You sure almost done.
I never hear a raising the MP's salary and the pensions and the benefits.
Mm-hmm.
I never hear nobody vote against it.
Right.
Neither it take 20 years to implement.
Right.
But something like the beverage bill, the beverage container bill, however they call it,
Yeah.
that deals with, the recycling, helping to recycle, make the country a little cleaner and incentivize people
And
doing it in the meantime.
And the local government reform.
You understand?
To pay the MP and them so they could stop working and doing we work at the same time.
That was saying, so the things that benefit them,
Yeah.
let's get implemented immediately.
Yeah. But they didn't implement that yet,
So the
neither.
salary reviews committee,
Oh.
it don't ever stick.
One time.
Right? So the
Bill
last
passing
time they
today.
vote, everybody vote. The yellow side,
Yeah. Mustard
vote.
and ketchup.
The red side vote, say, ching chow, and it get implemented.
Mm-hmm.
But things that is beneficial to the country, it's hot with this boy. It is something beneficial. But after we just had this conversation with SIEL environmental company, something that beneficial to the place, boy. And people can turn it into what we just want to call hustle. I read something yesterday, I was telling that, They say, boy, we've been in shop on here a long time, it's just that we just call it hustlers.
Yeah.
And it make my because I don't really like that word now.
Hustlers, eh?
But I like how the person phrase that he says just that we call it hustle and we don't have paperwork like you, but some of we business running 20 years.
Yeah.
Legitimate business,
Yeah.
But we don't call people, we don't call the person who running our shop. We just call our parlor.
But that's our business.
Right? They didn't have it's not registered no way.
Mm-hmm.
But every week, every day you pass, it have a supply truck.
Yeah, delivering,
and they paying, signing everything.
Mm-hmm.
I know business.
No.
So that's why I say that's why I mean really like the term hustler now.
Mm-hmm.
But I like how the man say it for that now. He say, boy, we've been entrepreneurs, boy, or they just call we hustlers.
Yeah.
Because you remember in the 90s, youth men used to walk around selling sweetie, you know?
Of course. But it have the young fella who used to sell caramel, Tonox. He's a big man now. I see him the other day in a fet.
Well, I don't even know. I can't remember.
You know the youth man. You used to have a bag on the back.
I know the...
Right.
Yeah.
And you saw the little box
right.
with the different chocolate and thing.
But I had one even that catch me. But this was a full man. He used to walk in the bank with a big container of pens.
Yeah, selling pens. Yeah, I remember him too. Had one with a briefcase that used to be selling pens.
The Pone Emperor.
Yeah, Pone man, yeah.
Pone Emperor with a big fro.
Yeah.
Shirt and in pants with a suitcase.
Selling
pony selling.
Yeah.
No, are those people not business people?
Of course they are.
And again, no, get vexed with me. I just question everything, and some people just borrow some of them things you question don't make sense. I say it don't make sense until they get involved. Because I don't even really like the term entrepreneur either. Because then you say, again, segregating more people again, right?
Yeah.
How Pone Emperor is not a businessman. He's an entrepreneur or a hustler. But he still had to go and buy, he had to find cassava right whole year through, no? He had to find cassava all year through. He had to buy flour all year through in a large
quantity.
You understand? So when we deem these people and them hustlers and entrepreneurs, why all are we not business people? All are we doing business?
Small business. That's our next title.
Yeah.
Division.
Yeah.
It's just division.
All are we doing? I went and buy goods this morning. All the doing different store, you know, the goods must come to all you.
Yeah.
But it's the same money passing and changing hands for goods and services.
Correct. We forget to wish everybody, all the mothers in the house, a belated happy Mother's Day greeting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Big up all yourself. I hope everybody all eat all the belly full Sunday. You know, all they do nothing.
Love to my daughter too, celebrate she birthday on Mother's Day.
Belated greetings to Neri. And today is my mother's birthday.
Hi.
Yeah, mommy, big up yourself.
More life and good health.
More life and good health.
Yeah.
You know, and then mine is Thursday, so today's what, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah. And then Amari is Saturday.
One celebration, huh?
Yeah. We got party Saturday. You
know, my sister and them just going back. That was a vibe by itself.
Yeah.
It has always been nice to hire family sometimes in one place. And why I was telling her, I don't know if they realize it, but we just enjoy, for all we bickering and everything, we just enjoy just being around one another, you know.
Yeah.
Especially the way it don't happen as often
regular,
as it used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized I sit down there Sunday, and I realized just knowing that all my siblings right around there, I was feeling a kind of way, boy. and you know, so, you know, blessing some of my sister, she was born, and you know, the family.
Yeah.
Miguel
say thank you for the Mother's Day greeting. You're welcome, my brother. I want to see where you carry that child, though. Oh, you're still pregnant.
Oh God, don't do him that now.
Is he? I don't know it, is he?
Hey.
Jamel say with the minimum, these words limit our potential, as we know words shape your reality. Indeed.
Yeah.
And that kind of division, and you're putting people in boxes, it really is not a nice thing. Because you telling her, like, no, don't call me no Baba again. You understand? Call me a salon owner.
I don't even mind. In this case,
yeah,
I don't mind calling you a Baba.
Right.
What we have to change is the way you look at somebody.
Baba, yeah.
Is a Baba, because that's where your profession, your skill is. What you do is the shit you add to what you just do in your shop. You can walk around here and find other Babas, but I guarantee that if you find 10 other Babas, maybe one doing what you just do.
Miguel say, is yes now people and people call it.
Don't start Miguel. Esco, Valis.
Oh God, ribs boy, we gotta get some ribs boy, king boy.
From school, who we know,
We gotta get some ribs boy, king boy. Oh gosh.
2 years I sit down next to Miguel in our class, you know. Bacchanal.
Jamel say,
God.
if that's how we are supposed to treat mothers on that day, what are we doing all of the other days?
But when I say them thing that has vexed me, I tell them like, Earth Day. What if France is Earth Day? Is Earth Day every day? Same thing with Mother's Day, but you know, I get a little extra play. Mother's Day about for it. So yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be that.
Yeah.
Right? JMO said earlier, I hate the word, the hustler word. Right? Wait, go on. You are a business person, embrace that, and that's what I say. Like this thing about hustler and again, and that for me stems from the top now. Because would you ever call a politician a hustler who in active politics say, and you have a business on the side?
But he's a hustler.
Well, no. We're going to take it from that. Yeah, politicians and priests and pastors and things.
Yeah.
I know real people, let's call them hustlers. Yeah. Right? But I talking about, because that way you're calling, you're watching me to call me that now.
Yeah.
Right? But what you is?
Just that.
You know,
Just
and that whole environmental discussion, there's one of the episodes I'll be playing back for my daughter.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Because she seemed to be real concerned. I'm going to ask how dread it is, she? I can't spit in the road. If I want to spit on the road, I have to look for a drain to spit in.
Boom, bang. I love it.
That is how dread it is. But I also remember one night, and I was to tell him, my father, you don't know going back. I'll never remember that. We going down the road. Guys, and a man threw a bottle out of the car. He's speeding up behind the man, taxi man, where he's there.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
So it's like, no, brother.
I like to make them feel bad.
Not in this time, brother.
I making you feel bad.
Not in this time, brother.
I making you feel bad. I pulling up. I ain't saying nothing. I just pulling up alongside you and watch you like.
That's enough.
That's enough. Yeah.
No, that is enough. You pull out and watch a man that kind of way. Why I remember that, and it's important is that we're not all nasty, and it just bothers some people.
Yeah.
You understand? You know that the man speeding up trying to catch the man, taxi man, where is that?
Yeah.
For training a bottle. And what is hot, mounted boy? 9 out of 10 times for me, when I see it, is adults doing it. I hardly see children in you know.
Yeah.
And as she said, when you go in the school and you talk to the children and them, they know. That is one of the things that there's not much teaching for them with it, you know. Don't do that.
I don't see the teenagers that's trying to piss me off.
This group of them, I watching that just this morning. As I say, I meet up a piece of traffic coming out the road, so I ain't gonna walk down the road as a travel. And I watch a group of these school children meet up in Sawa. Is 8:15. And I can knock it in that way. I just saying we have more information now, we have more access now. At that time I was always late for school on purpose. Right? So I understand to a certain extent, but I also know that we add in today's mentality to it. I watching the children and them dress code. Now you have a uniform, but it's like the uniform have a specific and special dress to it now. It don't look like a uniform anymore.
Yeah.
Your shirt tailored a certain way, your pants tailored a certain way. And there was about 7 or 8 fellas.
Yeah.
Everybody have on this man purse.
Yeah.
Right? That purse.
With a blouse.
That
shirt, that's not a shirt. That size of shirt, that's a blouse.
And I watching them, and the light on red.
Yeah.
But they healing out one another. One or two pull out the phone. I watching the shoes on the foot. And I saying to all the black people, African people, is we encouraging plenty of the nonsense, boy.
But you didn't see the greatest? Chris shared in the group yesterday, day before yesterday, that the production house for Trinidad say they're going to do 90 days of Trini Good.
Me not nothing to say on that. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm going to tell you what I mean and to say on that.
Yeah.
We live in a real fickle society,
I want to read it.
right? So if all you feel that 90 days... I mean, I don't understand that.
Let me read it.
I read it.
Well, I want to read it for the listeners.
Because
So the press release says the growing global team, together with the general public, recognizes the recent upsurge in the levels of crime and violence in our country. We as a label understand that while the lyrical content of music, specifically Trinidad music, can influence the thoughts of its listeners, we do not support the narrative that the music is fully responsible for increasing crime levels. It could never be that. But I understand why they would say that. Executive members of the Going Global record label advises the public that just as any other genres of music or forms of creative arts, Trinidad music is produced solely for entertainment purposes, right? Our label unanimously agrees, however, that better can be done with the lyrical components of songs, as such, Going Global is embracing our part in being socially responsible by embarking on a 90-day hiatus of releasing Trinidad music effective May 15, 2023. Our label will also produce 3 Trini Good EPs along with a variety of other positive music as part of our, machine, right? My thing is, you're saying that, but right now, how much are the artists dead in the last how much months? Right? And what I don't agree with, you're saying that it does not, it contributing, yes, but you don't agree with the fact that it is, what you say? Let me verbatim it. Wait, go on. Right, they don't support the narrative that the music is fully responsible for the increase in crime levels, right? However, the same crime lords commissioning artists to send music for one another, but all they're killing the artists when they sing what they sing. Right? We just lose one last week Tuesday.
I tell you, I don't want to talk on that because most of the people involved with that, you cannot have a rational conversation with them. Just a conversation. So here we see. I don't want no talk on that because you sit down. First things first, the music order that's produced, right? But you sit down and write that. That way, you now read out it. So that means you know. So you know it happening, and I can't converse with all you about it.
Yeah.
For fear that all you threaten my life.
Yeah.
Now we go find other ways to do that. I can't believe though.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say I can't believe. I know it have people will think that is a real good idea. Right?
Yep.
That's what I tell you. Me want to think on that because the most I would say is that is not a good idea. That's a PR trick.
Yeah.
And not trick, a PR stunt.
Yeah.
And I come on now, man.
That is what we're saying. That is what we're saying.
No,
but it's a gimmick. Because you're doing it for 90 days. Then why are you stopping? Why not continue? Why not encourage the artists and them to balance the music? Because we could always argue that back in time we had bad man music.
It has always said that.
But we also had good man music.
I say Bounty Killer was singing.
Don't wanna the ghetto.
No. Bad Man Kill for Fun.
Like Cutty Ranks.
No.
No?
Bounty.
Yeah, Bounty, yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Sizzler was singing Killing is not a part
of our policy. Yeah.
Capleton was singing. Luciano was singing. Anthony B was singing. And every one of them was getting airplay.
True.
I tell them, do not come to tell me about it's not. We know it's not the music alone. We know it's not the music alone fueling.
Yeah.
But a real big factor in the whole fire is the music and the young people.
That is cool.
That it's influencing and that are wrong it.
And that's all they're listening to. That is all they're listening to. Them not listening to no R&B. I hear a new R&B the other day and ball. I say, what?
To get, imagine, well, I don't get radio lock off long time. But I got the times when I have a few hours playing. Sunday, listened to radio for about 6 hours. It wasn't bad. I must say that. It wasn't bad.
You choose a good day.
Right?
And it depends on the station you're listening to.
But it had times when, like we say, I'm in transport for an hour going up Arima. And what you hearing the majority of our playing is that. Come to tell me that now, we see Mendoza say I already have a song called Trini Good on YouTube. So
2 years now.
2 years now. That was it. It had no kind of balance.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. So that tell you for me and that conversation, because I cannot have a rational conversation with you.
Yeah.
And you hear my point of view, you don't agree with me. And I see another that.
Yeah.
I don't want no conversation at all. Yeah, because I don't want nobody looking for me.
Yeah. And you see that word influence, they use that word light. They use it lightly.
I won't tell them. Anyway, I wouldn't say that on air. But I like the life I just live. Of course, I want it to be better. Some of these artists making that kind of money now. They're looking for a better life.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take no food out of your mouth.
Yeah, but here about saying, King, even if you say it's entertainment, you know, if it is entertainment, why we just bury our artist? Because he say, F you. What you kill the man for? If it's just music, if it's just entertainment, what he dead for? You understand me? Because you take it literally.
So you see, Mendoza say Bounty Killer and them was singing for Song Clash. Killing songs is part of dubplate culture. It's about killing a song system, not
about murdering people. Correct. And the two of them, he and Beanie, have a sit down talking about that.
Yeah.
You understand? Always stay away from that.
I'd really appreciate that. One interview with them in particular. I'd really appreciate, boy, because Beanie go try nice me up, but you know, Bounty playing now.
Yeah.
And Bounty is like, at that time, me didn't want to power with Beanie. But when you call we for a song clash, that is what it is. We trying to sing to get the crowd approval for who somewhere. When it done, he go here, I go my way, no problem with that
done,
nothing.
Yeah.
Right? And look at the length of time that they live. Where they could talk about that now.
Yeah, them fellas in their 50s.
Reasoning with one another and thing now. Right?
Fast approaching 60s. Yeah. What Ian said wasn't even his song he died for.
I don't want no conversation on that. Yeah. Let them do it. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you the next big thing in that too. You know the risk involved in what you're doing. Yeah. I go talk about the risk on something where you can record me and show to make it sound like I fought against to put myself in that.
You're mad.
No.
You're mad.
No. You know the risk in singing. Watch me now. The genre of music making an impact, right?
Yeah.
You can't tell me it's not necessary to sing about singing that same way with the same kind of beat something.
But then, and that's why I'm saying, like, they're not seeing that. If I stand up on a stage and I see the command that I have on these youths and them, from the way they dress, because they're following how I'm dressing, they wear any man bag, it's me that see wearing it. They wear any short, the tight pants, the bust up jeans.
Yeah, but they don't understand that they have the influence.
The knapsack.
I'm convinced of that. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
They don't, but advertising companies, people
putting the name behind that.
People who making the jingles and thing.
Yeah.
Them don't really understand what it's going to be, but the advertising man behind it, he understand that. And I think it's the same thing going on with them now. They go and they reach up and thing because nobody can show me a video of one of them young artists involved in that genre of music talking to people his same age or she same age or younger and telling them, you know, it's just music I singing or they don't follow that, enjoy it, dance. We don't have them thing. But we artists in them time telling you it's just music.
Yeah. Cool it.
Know how it turned from being just music to the point where you could go and sing something in our studio and get killed for it. So I tell you, we stay on that too long, boy. No time with that, boy. Let me, come back and I want to hear and see what they say and do after 90 days.
Yeah.
Because I telling all the boy, I be real glad. I just be real happy to hear young black people making money. I don't know how. Or the thing is streams, or they were saying streams.
Yeah, streaming. Yeah.
I don't know how they're making money based on the things like the jewelry and things you see them flashing.
Yeah.
Or once I get all the money, legit, or make all the money, yo. I want to get that clean. I'm not trying to, I want you live good.
Yeah.
But it can be that in living good, you're endangering your life, the lives of your family members and things. And nobody not getting to live, to enjoy, not just comfortable, but live to enjoy the fruits of what you're doing.
Yeah.
That is madness.
Yeah. Correct. Where we go to, boy?
So
Sheldon say,
yeah.
What, is that yours going to read?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheldon say, the young artists have taken a great competitive craft and they corrupted it. Yeah.
See, Brad, you was in the Savannah in the early 2000s to see Bounty versus Beanie.
Yeah.
I was there. I remember man calling in the show,
crowd split in two. That crowd had to split.
And Trinidad, I realize, is amplified thing because I remember thing that says Beanie said.
Yeah, if you're thinking big in Trinidad, yeah. You ain't saying nothing.
No, so you know that energy now. And I remember it almost looked like P and Bounty was going at it.
Yeah.
It would again, you know?
Heated, yeah.
But we clash.
Everybody jump in the car and they're gone.
And we walking, I remember that. We walking on the road from the Savannah and look at all them too. See how things change. Because none of we really going no concert, no one walking.
You're mad.
I remember going big concert to see big international act.
Yeah, and you're coming down Frederick
Street
to get your transport.
In the morning.
Yeah, and ain't no fight, ain't no bottle pelting, ain't no nothing.
To go by the chicken place to get chicken.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Wait, how that going to now? So you telling me, because I'm going to tell you, I will pay my money to go and see them Youthman and them. Yeah, one or two Batman tune.
Yeah.
But yeah, other music and thing in it too. I will pay my money and go and see them.
But where the problem coming in is where they aligning themselves with the gangs. You understand? And swearing allegiance to certain gang. You understand?
I swear allegiance to my Orisha. To right? To marry my ancestors and my own Ori. Deal with that how you will.
Yeah. Because it's numbers.
But not just that as well, you know. Like this thing this, you know, this the idea of swearing allegiance. Like even if we go to school, it's still a thing like clubs in school, boy. Like how we could have houses. Yeah. Right. I don't hear the children and them talking more right away. Like
that's not secondary school really, but
no
prestige secondary you will hear it, but not the regular secondary. No,
but I remember this
primary school.
In primary school.
Yeah, I bought Ice Kiskidi.
Real competitive. You know?
Yeah, Ice Kiskidi. I started off in Scarlet Ibis and first year.
We was colors.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's colors, but different names now. So yellow is Kiskidi, red is Scarlet Ibis, blue is Blue Jays, and green is Hummingbird.
We were real competitive with that, you know. We spread in class, you know.
Yeah.
We played
when we separate in houses, war.
Where see we go in house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to you,
yeah. You know, but that was all as Mendoza saying now. They take something a great competitive craft and corrupt it. Yeah. But that was all part of it now. Yeah, thing, but no. When I'm in my house, especially if I have a little button and thing, yeah. And there's the same thing I ask him that now, like, forget the corruption and who asking to join who or whatever. Nobody in thinking, boy, why could do just a little differently with this? To not endanger my own life and the life of my family and friends and still make money, boy.
Yeah.
Right? When nobody come up with that yet, boy. Like you didn't want to be able to leave Trinidad and go to another country and explore. You're walking on the street and a little Japanese boy racer, hey, you from Trinidad? Cause they know they see a video on YouTube and you don't want to. You go on and take a little weekend in a beach house in Manzanilla. And it's because why they think you're private, you have to sign autograph and thing. You don't want to live that way, why? I have never understood the idea of not being able to go certain places within your own community and far less so within the country.
Why?
Right? And there's nothing that you could offer me. You hear what I'm saying? There's nothing you could offer me where part and parcel of that, whatever you offer me, is I not being able to move around the way others move around. Yeah, it cannot make it offer me. You understand? I love my that freedom of movement.
Yeah.
So when as I say, like anything else, the mainstream media only got involved when it began to grow and they saw the way they could capitalize on it. Somebody are hoping that I save that in some way, form, or fashion.
Where's that?
Talk about when they do the same thing to rap music.
Yeah,
and
I'd send
hip-hop
that.
music. I'd send it.
I think I'd
I
send
had
it
to go
for
back
me.
I had to go back through that and look for it. And I was talking about that. And if I remember, one of the things I was talking about is how they specifically chose degrading music,
Yeah.
violent music.
Yeah.
Because you remember hip hop men like Mendoza and them gonna know that. You ain't saying you're old, but you're around a little longer than we now.
Yeah.
And you're actually in the music longer than we. Because I tell people, based on the circumstances of how I grew up, I only started listening to music late secondary school. You know. So music you will call out from the 80s and thing.
Yeah.
I don't really, unless it was so big that it's still playing now. But that music playing at that time, I don't know.
True.
Right? And they rap and hip hop had that positive kind of vibe and thing because real people know they're watching Queen Latifah on TV. She was a dread conscious rap artist.
Oh.
Right? And they actually went in and focused on the people doing the negative, what we call negative violent music. So you say, what they need to realize is that they have now outgrown that existence and can move towards a brighter future in the music industry. How we're getting through to them to that is what I lost on. Memories, I was in the Red School Club in both primary and secondary school. This Crystal see there now. There were also many benefits to the team building, confidence, self-esteem, positive, competitive.
Yeah, because
That is what
remember,
I'm thinking of.
I remember in our school how we used to do it with the houses is that every week a different house have a
Mercury.
different responsibility.
That was mine in school. Mercury
Right.
primary school, right?
Right. So this week, Kiskidi responsible for cleaning the yard. So we had to keep the courtyard clean. No crayon on the ground, no cup in the drain, no pallet stick in the drain. None of them things we had to keep. So break time, just before the bell ring, you see all the people in Kiskidi walking around the yard picking up garbage thing and putting it in the bin. Also keeping the children and them from littering.
Yeah.
You understand?
You're walking around
Yeah.
shit about my child, you want my child to clean the class. So wait, like, yo, you understand what them helping to teach there, boy? And there was so many benefits to that. Team building, confidence, self-esteem, positive competitiveness, feeling that he is part of something. I tell you, I always like that Malcolm X quote, you know. Malcolm X say, the reason why we do, it was in response to not building thing now. You don't feel to carry on thing because you don't feel like it's a part of nothing. And essentially we was talking about is, if your grandfather start a business that make your father and them live a good life, and then your father take it over and take it to the next level. Now it come to you. You feel you responsible, you know? And yes, because of that feeling of being responsible, you get in it now. In most cases, we know not all, we ain't talking about 100%.
Yeah.
But plenty of we don't have nothing to carry on.
Right.
We starting from scratch.
True.
So you don't feel responsible for nothing. And if you're not responsible for nothing, it's hard to explain to you the importance of having legacy. Well, I think that's how she say it here. Things like when you're in the house and things now, like what you talking about, imagine that, boy. This week, your child helping responsible to maintain the school.
Exactly.
You're telling me about my child is not to clean no classroom. Like what?
That level
Like
of
the class that you
stupidity.
sitting down in for 6 hours.
That level of stupidity, bro.
The teacher said and say they have a set of writing on the wall and footprint and thing on the wall. So I want them to come in Saturday and mop and paint the class. No, who my child doing that for?
I'm looking for the...
I want to say sometimes a big part of the problem is us as the so-called adults. the parents, who is a real big part of the problem. Because when school was opening back last year, and they asked some parents to come and help clean up the class and thing. First things first, I went willingly, but I didn't expect all that work though. Like, we had like real work, like the school was closed for nearly 2 years. You telling me, so what do you mean share education do? Right? And then I asked the teacher, I said, miss, because it's only like 4 or 5 parents came out. I said, so miss, if we didn't come out, what happened? Miss says she and she husband would have to do it, you know?
Oh.
The real work for those things was she didn't have to do that. Could I come, let the cleaners and then wipe down the desk, paint out and thing. What we do as a group, we buy and install a fan, and I install a fan in my daughter class. Because why? The room warm. Thing. Now when you're saying I don't have to do that, you're correct, eh? You don't have to, but what going on with the children and them? And that is what we were talking about last week.
Yeah.
How it is, this school, you don't hear them complaining about that because they have a certain kind of form. Because the prestige and they work a certain way now. Why is it we don't bring these things to all the schools in Trinidad and Tobago? Aquino Davis in Japan. Yeah, I remember seeing this. I was asking Karen if you remember that boy Japan video topics that used to be showing when we had like TTT.
Yeah.
It would be like 3-minute, 4-minute clips after our program done. Nicely. In Japan, the children clean the classrooms as part of their learning. That is why it was so surprising for people to see Japanese adults cleaning stadiums at the World Cup after their matches. Yeah.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. And then D. Hodge said parents would think that because it's the same parents who aren't giving their children responsibilities at home either, they are not learning to be responsible home, and the parents stopping it in school. Correct? Where's the joke you want to give me?
Boy, the thing where you say, the child running.
Yeah, in the shop.
The shop come back with no goods.
Shop, yeah.
And
dirty.
Breads.
Play only.
So I in standard 2, right? We had a student teacher at the time. Ding, 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 the world so nice and wrong. I was in standard 2. This man ended up being one of our teachers in success, Mr. Baptiste. Yeah, student teacher at the time.
Right.
We had a garden in school. I used to go Sour Boys Primary School. They say, Saturday, come down, we're going to clean up the garden and thing. I asked my mother to go. For whatever reason, my mother tell me, no, I can't go. But while that happened, my mother sent me in the grocery. And the shortest route to the grocery taking me a place where I watching my school, I watching the school gate. So when I come down by First Avenue there, by Republic Bank, behind Republic, anywhere I pass in First Street, Second Street. The school is on entrance on First Street, entrance on Second Street. Say, boy, just run inside there for a little bit. But we used to do gardening home.
Right.
So I go on in school, all my friends there, boy. All year, I go on and doing the gardening and in the project, like if my mother send me there, boy. When everything done, I cannot remember what my mother sent me in the grocery for.
Nice, man.
And everybody want to come up by me because in my yard have fruit trees. In mango and plum and sapodilla in my yard. And in the field have more mango, sapodilla, all them things. Going up the road, boy, and my mother sit down in front of the door scrubbing her pot. No, we are going a while.
Yeah.
Where was? I went in school. Bing! Pot. Bang! Who said you in school? With the grocery.
Get the grocery.
I can't remember where I went. What?
Blows.
Send me inside. I had to go inside for I had to go for the whip that I get next week. And it's blaze now. I talk about 10, 11 of my partners and them day.
Yeah.
Blaze. Blows.
So I'm in primary school and secondary school.
And watch now. And then she sent me to play with them with whip mark and thing. I must get it. Go ahead. Go and play.
Go and play wheel up.
What? Nah, I know what them things. You say how you send me down the road. And after passing from the school that have an activity going on, told my friend and them. I went. I get a good cuttass after that. Yeah.
Rightfully so. And deserved.
Nah, telling only Mendoza you laughing. But I telling only the amount of stories and things like that from we growing up, boy. Where what your mother tell you to, and she don't play the leather belt. And when that had gone through, it had a whip. It had a name. Betsy. Better than we see what go happen now. Yeah. What? And she don't play, you know. She didn't. I tell you, something she can't remember that. I say, imagine that. All that cutters, you give me so much cutters, you can't remember that.
Yeah, Auntie Mommy, better than that.
So, yeah, it's that time.
Yep.
This one was a real good one. Well, I always tell people, love and support is action words. Right? So, taking care of the environment is also action thing.
Yep.
Yeah, as simple as she say, you know, a simple thing, you know, don't throw things in the way it's not supposed to go on thing.
Yeah, well, I read all the labels, biodegradable, don't just mean you could throw it in the river.
Yeah.
Right?
Right, right, and I don't have no spaceship as yet.
Yeah.
So I want here to
So
be
we here.
Yeah. You know what Kido say? Brother, if you never fake death to escape place, that what's now there? Nah, I can't fake because my mother had a line.
More Alex, boy.
My mother had a line, you know. You get in trouble and you do anything where it involves you again, you're dead. My mother say she'd have beat your dead body. So that line not on the ground there and then moving, she beat it until they move again.
Correct.
Yeah, so more life and good health all you.
Yeah. All we bossing the tune again this week. Pain by SIEL.
Yeah, boy.
I on him to get it up on YouTube so they could get it for themselves.
You working on it, video, everything.
Yeah.
SIEL.
SIEL.
More life for you.
I'm going on with the phone, boy.
You know there?
No. Sorry.
Trinidad, sweet Trinidad, sweet Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, I love you so. Look what you've come to be. Look what you've come to be. Nobody touch no. 'Cause I can't believe where we come to. Trinidad, look at where the gun them do. Everybody feel the pain. 'Cause I can't believe where we come to. Trinidad, look at where the violence do. Everybody feel the pain. Everybody feel the same. This are no fun and games. Life as we know it done gone and changed. This is not business as usual. See the youths them bad and brutal. Your voice more than crucial. Lift it up a little more than usual. Hey, I cry, oh Lord, show us a better way. 'Cause I can't believe where we come to. Trinidad, look at where the gun them do. Everybody feel the pain. 'Cause I can't believe where we come to. Trinidad, look at where the violence do. Everybody feel the pain. Everybody feel the same. Where every creed and race should have an equal place, but we know this is not so. We used to fight for a place in the media space. We get it now, look at you. Who know those trace patrol? More gangs and less dinero. More violence, less stage show. Like them dance for real. 'Cause I can't believe where we come to. Trinidad, look at where the gun them do. Everybody feel the pain. 'Cause I can't believe where we come to. Trinidad, look at where the violence do. Everybody feel the pain. Everybody feel the same. This are no fun and games. Life as we know it done gone and changed. This is not business as usual. See the youths them bad and brutal. Your voice more than crucial. Lift it up a little more than usual. Here I cry, oh Lord, show us a better way. Because we can't believe where we come to. Trinidad, there's a brighter way. Trinidad, 'cause we can't believe where we come to. Look at where the violence do. Look at where the gun them do. We feel the pain.